What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Good morning. It's the Mr. 444 show, and I'm about to break down and give y'all a quick recap of all the Sunday games and the Sunday night games. And first of all, I want to start out by start off with the Chargers. I like to, send my warm and blessings and Malik Neighbors, and I hope you get well soon. You're a phenomenal talent. Sit back and appreciate. Everybody should appreciate the game because this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't happen to nobody. The boy still do have a promising career. And Malik Neighbors get well soon. We gonna see you back out there, and don't worry about it. Your team is rooting for you. We rooting for you, and get well soon. But that Giants defense was crazy yesterday. That Giants defense was crazy. Abdul Carter showed us why he was the number 2 pick. Abdul Carter showed us, number 3 pick, excuse me. He showed us why he was the number 2 pick. I'm sorry once again. I got that mixed up because it was Cam Ward, and they didn't take Shedeur Sanders, and they took Abdul Carter. No, it was Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Abdul Carter. Excuse me, the 3rd pick of the draft, like I said. He showed himself why. And he was getting to that quarterback, ladies and gentlemen. Abdul Carter and that Giants defense was getting to, that boy in Chargers. They tried to get after that quarterback. I'm sorry. He's a phenomenal quarterback. He's a great quarterback, but that Giants defense was eating him up. Jackson Dart played a phenomenal game. The way he managed the game, the way he used his legs, and I think they got a promising future with Jackson Dart, but he loses top flight receiver, so I'm waiting to see how that works out. Is they gonna go sign a receiver out there? It's a good idea to bring back Odell Beckham. Bring Odell back to New York. He's still sitting out there. Everybody out there, let me know in the comments if y'all think the Giants should pick Odell up off of free agency, because y'all know Odell ain't retired yet. You seen that tweet. Where you heard that from? But the Giants was definitely doing a thing. They definitely were doing a thing. So when I go back and look at Justin Herbert, he was 23 of 41 with 203 yards. Jackson Dart, 12 of 20 with 111 yards, but Jackson Dart used his feet a lot. So that's what propelled them to win the game. Jackson Dart using his feet. Justin Herbert was just trying to run for his life all night. That's all he was doing. So shout outs to the Giants, and they win their big win yesterday. I believe that was a huge win for the Giants. So shout outs to them. It was a huge win. Shout outs to the Dallas Cowboys for their moral victory. And here's why it's a moral victory for them over a moral victory for Green Bay. Because it was all a hype around Micah Parsons. But at the end of the day, I don't think that they knew what they was getting into when they was buying into the Micah Parsons business, because at the end of the day, everybody knew you run away from Micah and you can actually, contain him a little, not stop him, but you running away. And Dallas had a great game plan against him. They knew what they was playing with. They knew they played him in practice. So shout out to the Dallas Cowboys, but it showed me something. The Green Bay Packers were all the media. Oh, they got the second coming of the Bears defense. It looked like the Ravens defense. It looked like Dallas's defense, ladies and gentlemen. And let's pump the brakes, like I said, on Green Bay. Let's pump the brakes. Jerry, y'all discounting what Jerry keeps saying, and what, like they said, let it play out. Let's see if it was the trade of the century for Green Bay or the trade of the century for the Dallas Cowboys. That's waiting to see. But Dak played a hell of a game. George Pickens, Tolbert, shout outs to them boys, man. Shout outs to them boys. And they did that without CeeDee Lamb. They definitely did that. Dak balled out yesterday. He answered the bell. Yes, their defense is atrocious, but I think with that offense, I don't know how many teams out there will be able to match that offense. You got to be willing to be able to put points on the board, basically facing Dallas, because they're going to let you. But Dak going to score as well, because when CeeDee Lamb come back and they play like that, or you won't be able to put enough high safeties back there, because you're going to have to pick your poison with Dallas. So shout out to Dallas. You know, Jerry Jones said at the end of the game, Dak Prescott is indispensable. They had the most expensive player in the league out there. I just had, out there, they got it. We got the most expensive quarterback, but they got the most expensive player outside of a quarterback. They should have won. All the hype around they was going to come in here and do what they did to us, they hung up 40 points on them. Green Bay let them. Imagine what these other offenses is looking at this game, what they could do. They just gave them the blueprint to score 40 points. The Dallas Cowboys, and shout out to Schottenheimer, like they said on Good Morning, Get Up this morning. Shout out to Damon Woody for that take. Great for Marty Schottenheimer to come out there and put a game plan out there to be able to run on the Green Bay Packers and go at Micah Parsons and run away from him and build up an offensive scheme to do that. Shout out to Schottenheimer. You know what I mean? Shout out to Schottenheimer, man. He did a hell of a coaching job. And you know who I know I'll be a little hard on this next team, Chicago Bears, man. Once again, I do like Caleb Williams. He showed me something in this game. He showed me poise. He showed me poise. That's what he showed me. He didn't show me nothing in the last game. He showed me poise because Max Crosby was on his ass all night. Max Crosby was on his ass all fucking night. I'm telling you. He was in his ass, y'all. Max Crosby blocked everything, man. Shout out to Max Crosby. But the Bears won that game 24-25. Shout out to them. Shout out to Ben Johnson for getting your second win as Bears head coach. Shout out to you. But you showed me a little something. You didn't show me nothing last week against Dallas's defense because Green Bay scored 40 on them. So you hung it. It's just that basically what Green Bay told me today, you did nothing last week. It was all Dallas. It's just Dallas didn't. They had just lost CeeDee Lamb in that game, so they didn't really have a game plan after that. They was just playing. They had to scrap their playbook and work with what they had with Pickens. But now that you see Marty Schottenheimer grew up a game plan for George Pickens, and he was phenomenal. Shout out to George Pickens. He was phenomenal. He can probably go anywhere and be a number one. He about to be want $30 million, so I hope somebody gonna break the bank for George Pickens. Shout out to him. Shout out to the whole Dallas squad for standing up to the big bad wolf. So shout out to Dallas. You get the moral victory. I can't give it to Green Bay because they stunk up the joint in Cleveland last week, and they stunk up the joint in Dallas. So with all the hype that was around Green Bay, I have to give that moral victory to Dallas. So shout out to Dak Prescott. You played a hell of a game. Let's get to that Chiefs game. Lamar looked abysmal. He looked like a shell of himself. Within the last 2 weeks, Lamar Jackson was sacked, I think, about 10 times. Derrick Henry can't run the ball. If it ain't Derrick Henry fumbling the ball, it's Lamar Jackson fumbling the ball. So I don't know. They got a huge hole to fill. Harbaugh got his work cut out for him. They 1-3. I'm not going to say it's over for them yet because of that quarterback, Lamar Jackson. And I hope that hamstring is not going to hamper him into next week's game. Like they do have a bye after that. So hopefully this next game, with the bye, they play the Texans. They know the Texans. They've been beating the Texans' ass for the last few games. So at the end of the day, they probably got the Texas number. Texas is not really playing too well at the moment. Maybe this last game they played would get it together for them, but I don't know. we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. The jury is still out on the Texans. Shout outs to them. You know what I mean? They won their game. They won their first game. Shout outs to them. They in the win column. So when it comes to the Texans, they up and coming. But I don't think they're going to be able to handle the Baltimore Ravens. But with that defense, I don't know. C.J. Stroud, Nick Chubbs, and Market probably eat their ass up. Marks, that second running back that Texas got, outside of Chubb, if you giving up them many points rushing, I don't know. Them boys might be the second tandem outside of the Lions when they coming. Chubbs on this game, not all of them, but on this game. But shout outs to them. And but Patrick Mahomes, oh my God, 4 touchdowns. Xavier Worthy's back. He's able to stretch the defense. He's able to do the big threat, and that's what they need. Rashee Rice coming back, and I can't wait to see all of them on the field together, because since Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce, Pacheco, and Kareem Hunt, they never played on the same field together at the same time. So Patrick Mahomes, all that, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. He's our modern day Tom Brady, but he got to look out for the modern day Peyton Manning, which is that boy Josh Allen. Because Josh Allen is the modern day Peyton Manning. Because we always had 2 players, and Josh Allen is playing phenomenal. Oh my God, he can't lose. He looked like he related to Parker Lewis, because he can't lose. He's 4-0. It looked like the AFC is going to go through Buffalo, but Patrick Mahomes won in Buffalo last year, so it don't tell me nothing. Patrick Mahomes is beating Josh Allen in the postseason. That's like his son in this postseason. In the postseason, Josh Allen put in up for adoption, and Patrick Mahomes takes Josh Allen home with him during the postseason, because he adopts Josh Allen in the postseason because that's his son. So Patrick Mahomes was phenomenal. Shout out to welcome back Xavier Worthy. You look phenomenal. Shout out to you. Can't wait for Rashee Rice to come in and see y'all at full throttle. You know, good luck with that. You know, I think that y'all out there is doing y'all thing. The Jacksonville Jaguars, y'all came through yesterday. They did their thing. I think Jacksonville leading the league in picks, or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Their defense is crazy. The Jacksonville defense is crazy. Or Brock Purdy is trash. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Leave it in the comments, man. Leave it in the comments. Shout outs to them, though. Shout outs to them. Shout outs to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Shout outs to Travis Hunter. He's doing great. I want to see him more in some more offensive plays, and I think they'll be okay. And I want to touch on this subject. You see how Shedeur Sanders didn't want to go to Baltimore Ravens? If Shedeur was there, he would have gotten that game, right? Possibly did some work, or possibly got beat up behind that defense. We would never know. And he has a hamstring problem. They may sit Lamar James for one game if they had Shedeur. I believe if they had Shedeur, they probably sit Lamar for the Texans game and let him go into the bye week with that hamstring. Because maybe that's something that's bothering Lamar. Because that's just a question I got to throw out there. Shedeur turned down the Baltimore Ravens, and everybody said he wouldn't have got a chance to play. We seen Cooper Rush last night. That means Shedeur would have been playing. Would he have been their second string? We don't know. We don't know. So the jury is still out on that. But we had some awesome games yesterday. Then the Packers and the Cowboys was a good game. Shout outs to Aaron Rodgers for going out there out of the country, winning in another country. Shout out to you, Aaron Rodgers. You still doing your thing. I missed that game, and I had to look at some highlights. I didn't even know. I forgot that y'all was playing and started now that time in the morning. But I'll tune in next time. Shout out to the Steelers. They got that division. I don't know if the Bengals going to come back and take that division. I don't know if the Baltimore Ravens going to come back, but I wouldn't say definitively that the Pittsburgh Steelers got, a hold on that division. So I reserve the right. And shout out to Cam Ward, man. He got up on an interview and said, we asked. They 0-4 with the number one pick in the draft. The number one pick in the draft is 0-4. I'm trying to think of a quarterback that, last number one pick that went 0-4. They think they won one game. Jalen Dan, I think they won one game. I think if it won the last first round draft pick quarterback that was taken number one. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Put it in the chat if y'all know. Because he's 0-4. Shout out to Cam Ward. You need new coaches. You need a new makeup, man. You got rid of Vrabel. Who knows? Vrabel would have been great with you, but nah, they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to deal with him. They got him out the door. They used him as a lame duck. And look what he's doing over there in New England. So shout outs to Mike Vrabel. Y'all. But like I said, man, it was a great weekend for NFL games, man. I like everybody show me love in the comments. Y'all leave comments. I like interacting with you guys. Keep leaving those comments. I'm going to keep interacting with y'all. And I like all the comments. Keep getting feedbacks. And I be putting up highlights. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. And if you would like to come on my show and debate with me with these sports, you more than welcome. Drop me a link. Drop me a comment, drop me some type of information. You have my email in the inside my link. Definitely hit me up so we could definitely have a little debate. Anybody that want to debate me on sports, I give my opinion. Maybe not a professional one, but I could be a damn near close. Damn near close. There's a lot of things I said before first take and get up in the morning, and all these people said because I this is what I do. I'm the man. So thank you for everybody for tuning in. This is the Mr. 444 show. And y'all know my slogan. But before I say that, I got to say peace to my boy Kobe and everybody. Y'all know I'm a Kobe fan, H/24. I want to know the Lakers is going to take it this year. I don't mean to give a tough topic. But, it's a guy in my comment that I be posting videos and highlights, and I like the feedback. I'm not biased, man. I post everybody's highlights, and if I see a great play, I'ma post it because I'm not biased for no team or nothing like that. So if I post it, or if you want to highlight that you think I should post or I missed, let me know. I go back and get it and post it so we could talk about it. But once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be giving away some tickets to the Super Bowl, this coming Super Bowl. And if you the one that win, you want to be the lucky person that I get to fly out to the Super Bowl. So if you trying to win some Super Bowl tickets, holla at me. Hit the link in my subscribe, comment, and when I get to 5,000 subscribers, I'm paying for somebody's Super Bowl ticket. One.